Ads are a common part of the mobile gaming market, used primarily to help free-to-play games flourish in a world of similar experiences. They usually prompt players to upgrade to an ad-free experience for a fee, giving options to both casual and hardcore users of the application. They're seen far less frequently in modern console games though, and only a handful of titles sparingly use ads in-game. The fact is that most consumers would agree that the purchase of a full-price game should earn them an ad-free experience. However, a recent situation involving NBA 2K19 seems to suggest that ads may be sneaking their way further and further into the gaming experience despite a full-price purchase. In a Reddit thread created last weekend, user Aphilophile uploaded a very telling screenshot showing an NBA 2K19 loading screen in which an unskippable ad for FX's Snowfall television series is playing. He captioned the screenshot saying unskippable ads in a $60 game. Ads have long been a part of the 2K experience, and turning off 2K TV in the settings menu would disable them, but this new discovery takes things further for those unaware of this fix. Some players are stating that these new ads continue to play even after 2K TV is turned off. In the past, the ads would only appear until loading had completed, but it seems now that 2K Games has pushed for the opposite effect, forcing players to wait until the ad plays in its entirety, even if the game has finished loading. This seems to have been confirmed with a video from user Pray for Death on Reddit, who stated, "Tested this out with a video. Sadly, OP is right. Takes about 1 minute and 7 seconds to load to tip off with ads. Takes 1 minute and 7 seconds to load game to tip off with skipping when can. Can't skip ad, load is in bottom right, about 15 seconds of ad with game loaded. Testing the advertisement during load of game. Once game load is complete, you have to watch the rest of the ad and cannot skip. Pathetic choice by 2K to include ads in a $60 game. Worse even than the unskippable nature of the ads, the content of Snowfall could potentially be viewed as wildly inappropriate in a game rated E for everyone by the ESRB. The show is a crime series, making it unsuitable for younger viewers. It should be noted that NBA 2K19 just recently went on sale for the extremely low price of $2.99, prompting many players to cite the ads as a way for 2K Games to sneak more revenue potential into the game, and prey on consumers who just bought the game. It makes sense from a financial standpoint for the company, but this type of shady bait and switch hasn't rubbed gamers quite so well. One Reddit user, Dramatic Potatoes, was quoted saying, "Sell the game at a $3 price point to get an influx of players so they can pull this. Such a predatory company, it's disgusting." And that's pretty accurate. The unfortunate part of the ordeal is that the vocal minority complaining online won't necessarily make matters any better. Publishers like 2K Games have monopolies that aren't easily broken. While they may not have exclusive rights to the NBA license, EA also pays for rights. It's important to remember how expensive licensing can actually be. 2K Games recently upped their multi-year licensing extension with the NBA, worth well over $1 billion over the course of 7 years. The premium price point shuts out all but the most massive companies from ever being able to afford to join the fray. And with two heavy hitters already in the arena, there's just no room for competition anyway. Even if another industry titan like Sony, Microsoft, or Ubisoft decided to buy in, consumer purchases and therefore revenue would be split between 3 yearly releases, and each company would make less money to afford the licensing. In the event that another publisher created a better game, it's possible this type of saturation could force out a publisher like 2K Games. However, by that time, the licensing would be less valuable, and revenue would be diminishing across the board. The incentive to monetize the games in other ways would likely only increase, and force even more unwanted ads, microtransactions, and loot box nightmares into the remaining publishers' titles. It's not really worth the risk for most publishers, nor would it ultimately benefit gamers. Because of this, consumers are forced to deal with such practices if they wish to partake in the basketball game experience, or watch as their friends and colleagues play without them. And because they have a monopoly on the market, and there are enough gamers in the world willing to cope with this mistreatment, 2K can continue to monetize their games in excess and expand larger and larger. To put things into perspective, as a franchise, NBA 2K has reached nearly 90 million units sold, and NBA NBA 2K19 has sold really well. Meanwhile, the subreddit where the original picture was posted currently has 175,000 subscribers. So despite being one of the most popular and highest upvoted posts on the subreddit, 2K Games is unlikely to feel compelled to change their practices based on a very small percentage of gamers speaking up, when they can rest assured that millions and millions of hardcore fans will continue to buy and support their games. Cleveland OG, another disappointed Reddit user, spoke up, saying, "Sucks though for people who like basketball, and your choices are greedy, morally devoid company A versus greedy, morally devoid company B," summing up what many players are probably already thinking about having to choose between EA or 2K Games for their basketball for the 2020 season. With EA's loot box scandal and years of shady business practices, it's upsetting to see 2K Games following suit with their own form of consumer mistreatment. Hopefully, gamers won't have to wait too long before these companies see the error of their ways and decide to treat us all with a bit more respect when we support their games with our hard-earned money. Don't hold your breath for that day to come, though. But as always, keep voting with your wallet. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to switch on the notifications bell icon next to it. That way you'll never miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching.